I know it's been hard. The silence between us has weighed heavy on both of our hearts, creating an ocean of doubt and confusion that neither of us knew how to navigate. The distance has only added to that pain, as every day apart seemed to stretch further than the last, making it feel like we were worlds away from the connection we once had. I can't imagine how difficult it's been for you, waiting for the clarity I should have given you from the start, longing for the love I've struggled to express. You deserve so much more than the uncertainty I've left you with, and I realize now that my hesitation, my fear of confronting these emotions, has only deepened the divide. But please understand, it wasn't because I didn't care or because I didn't see your worth. I was running from my own insecurities, my own doubts about whether I could truly give you what you needed. It's like I was at war with myself, pushing you away even though my soul was yearning to pull you closer. I see it all so clearly now. The way our souls are intertwined, bound by something far greater than anything we could have imagined. That's why everything between us has felt so intense, so overwhelming. The passion, the love, the pain, it's only a reflection of the deep connection that exists between us, one that neither time nor distance can sever. I fought against it for so long, afraid of surrendering to what I knew in my heart to be true, but now, I'm ready to face it. I'm ready to acknowledge that what we have is something rare, something powerful, and it deserves more than silence. It deserves more than fear. There are days when I wake up and think of you, and I'm hit with this undeniable pull, this force that makes me question everything. It's not just a fleeting thought, it's a weight that settles in my chest, a constant reminder that you're still a part of me, even though I've tried to convince myself otherwise. I feel you in the quiet moments, in the spaces between my thoughts, as if you're woven into the very fabric of my being. No matter how far I've tried to run, no matter how many walls I've built to keep you out, you'll always find your way back into my heart. It's as if your presence lingers in the air around me, invisible but undeniable, pulling me towards something greater than myself, something I can't ignore. I pushed you away because I was terrified of the depth of my feelings, afraid that if I let myself fall any deeper, I might lose control. But the truth is, from the moment you walked into my life, something inside me shifted. You awakened a part of me I didn't even know existed, and no matter how hard I fought against it, that change is permanent. Every day without you feels like I'm walking in circles, haunted by the memory of what we could have been. I realize now that no distance, no distraction, can erase that impact you've had on me. I understand now that the struggles I've faced, the battles within me, are part of my transformation, shaping me into someone stronger and more aware. Every challenge, every moment of doubt and fear, has forced me to confront the parts of myself I have long ignored or buried. You've been the catalyst, the one who made me look at myself deeply, to see the cracks in my armor, the hidden wounds, and the insecurities that kept me from opening my heart fully. You illuminated the shadows I was too afraid to face on my own, pushing me to grow in ways I didn't even realize were necessary. It wasn't easy, it was painful, uncomfortable, and at times overwhelming. I had to come to terms with my own shortcomings, the ways I'd been holding back, not just from you, but from life itself. I know it hasn't been easy for you either. I can only imagine the confusion and hurt you felt, wondering why I kept pulling away, questioning why I couldn't let you in fully when you were so willing to love me as I was. You've been through your own storm, facing your own doubts and fears, trying to understand my actions, and through all of it, you stayed, even when you had every reason to walk away. I know now that my retreat wasn't a reflection of how I felt about you, but rather my own fear of being vulnerable, of letting someone see the raw, unhealed parts of me. You didn't deserve to carry that weight, and I'm sorry for the times my hesitation hurt you. I thought I could shield myself by remaining guarded, by pretending that I didn't care as deeply as I truly did. I convinced myself that distancing myself would keep me safe, that if I kept my emotions at bay, I could protect my heart from the pain of potential loss. But the reality is, every moment spent apart from you felt unbearably hollow, like a part of me was missing. The more I tried to resist the pull of our connection, the more pronounced the emptiness became. I found myself constantly yearning for the warmth of your energy, the brilliance of your light, and the comfort of your presence. Admitting this is difficult for me, but I was terrified of opening up, terrified of the vulnerability that comes with deep emotional intimacy, terrified of the possibility of being hurt. The fear of losing control over my emotions and the uncertainty of what that might mean overwhelmed me. The challenges we faced weren't just external, they were deeply internal. I grappled with the paradox of why something that felt so profoundly right also stirred such intense feelings of being overwhelmed. It was as if loving you and feeling that deep connection unearthed all the buried fears and insecurities I had tried so hard to conceal from myself. In your unwavering presence, revealed facets of my soul that I had spent years avoiding, and this revelation was both startling and uncomfortable. I wasn't prepared to confront these aspects of myself, and it became a daunting task to reconcile the overwhelming emotions with the undeniable truth of our bond. But now, as I sit with my thoughts and reflect on everything that's happened, the truth becomes increasingly clear. You were never the source of my fear. Rather, the fear was always within me. It was the fear of not being enough, of never being able to measure up to the profound depth of your love. I recognize now that my own insecurities created barriers between us. I know I made mistakes, and I deeply regret causing you pain by holding back. I failed to give you the love and commitment you've always deserved and craved, and for that, I am profoundly sorry. As I contemplate your strength and resilience, it's evident how much you've given, even when I wasn't there to reciprocate or match your energy. Your unwavering resolve has illuminated my own vulnerabilities and insecurities, making them all the more apparent. Instead of distancing myself further, I realize now that I should have leaned into the love you offered. You were always the one who demonstrated what true, unconditional love could be, if only I had found the courage to fully embrace it. I can't pretend that this journey hasn't been difficult for both of us. The challenges we've faced have been real and unrelenting, testing us in ways we never imagined. Yet, in the midst of this pain and struggle, I see the potential for something incredibly beautiful to emerge. The obstacles we've encountered have illuminated a path that, while arduous, leads to a deeper understanding of ourselves and each other. I've come to realize that love isn't always easy or straightforward. Sometimes, the most challenging paths are the ones that offer the greatest opportunities for growth and transformation. Despite the difficulties, you've awakened something profound within me, a part of myself that I can't ignore no matter how much I tried to shut it out. I kept you at a distance because I was afraid of being vulnerable. I didn't want you to see the fractured parts of me. I feared you might reject or find unworthy. In my attempt to shield myself from potential hurt, I inadvertently pushed you away. I understand now that by keeping you at arm's length, I caused you pain and confusion. I made you question your value, your role in my life, and the sincerity of my feelings for you. This was never my intention, and recognizing the impact of my actions on you fills me with regret. I hate that I contributed to your uncertainty and self-doubt, and I am deeply sorry for the hurt I've caused. I wanted to keep control, to not let you get too close, because I was terrified of the power you had over me. The thought of being so vulnerable, of opening myself up completely to you, was daunting. I feared that by letting you in, I would lose a part of myself or be hurt in ways I wasn't prepared to handle. But now, through reflection and growth, I understand that the power you hold isn't something to fear, it's something that can help us grow together. It's not about losing control, but about embracing the strength and support that comes from sharing our lives fully. You've shown me what it means to love with an open heart, to be fearless in our connection, and to trust in the beauty of our bond. I see now that the only way forward is to let down my guard and truly allow you in, to fully experience the depth of our connection without reservations. This means being open to all that comes with being together, the joys and the challenges, and trusting that our love will guide us through. There's still so much I need to work through, and I'm aware that this journey will require patience and effort. But I want you to know that I'm committed to this process. I don't want to run anymore, nor do I want to hide from the depth of what we share. I'm ready to face the complexities and challenges that come with our relationship. It's not going to be easy, and there will be moments of doubt and struggle, but I believe that with time, patience, and mutual effort, we can build something stronger than before. Our love has the potential to grow deeper and more resilient, and I'm dedicated to nurturing that potential, knowing that together, we can overcome any obstacles and create a future filled with lasting happiness and fulfillment. You transformed my life in ways I never could have anticipated. When you entered my world, it was as if a whirlwind had swept through, shaking the very core of my being. I wasn't actively seeking change or disruption, yet the moment our paths crossed, it was clear that everything was on the verge of shifting. Your arrival seemed preordained, a sign that fate had a grander plan for us. The impact you've had on me is undeniable, and the changes you've instigated are profound. I am deeply committed to improving myself, not just for your sake, but for my own as well. I refuse to let fear dictate my actions any longer. I understand that it's not easy, and I acknowledge that my own reluctance to be fully open with you has only complicated matters. Nevertheless, I am now prepared to confront the difficulties ahead, to embrace the uncertainties, and to fully welcome the love that we share. Our journey together is still unfolding, and though it may be challenging, I have unwavering faith in us. I believe in the potential of what we can build together. Even when I tried to shield my heart from you, it was always yours. I am ready to open myself completely, allowing you to enter my heart in its entirety.
Please do like, comment, and subscribe for daily updates.